Hello, everyone. It is me, Maven, and I am back at it again with another Solvendra video. Today, I have invited a special guest named Fruupi, the creator of our beginner's guide. Fruupi, can you say hello?
Hello.
Hello, Fruupi. So, my quick question is, what made you decide to write a starter guide?
That's actually a good question. So basically, I've been around in the Solvendra Discord for a little while, and I was just going through the whole Discord channel a few days ago, and then I noticed the community guides in the support section. I was like, oh, there's not actually a guide in there at the moment. I might as well make one. So I basically made a guide that's like fairly, like, simple and straightforward to follow, but also, like, brief, so it's not, like, jam-packed with too information and it'll be, like, too boring to read, so I've done it in, like, quite a nice, straightforward way.
All right. So, what do we have first on the beginner guide?
So, going into it, it talks about combat. Yeah, it's in the combat section. And basically what I've mentioned here is like what you kind of want to do. And that's sort of like you don't want to just jump straight into combat as you begin because you're just going to end up dying. And it's just like you're wasting your time. And there's no death penalty as of yet. I don't know if there will be one added in the future. But anyway, there's like a kind of process you want to go through. And that'll be like you start off doing some mining, and then through
So,
that you'll get your ore and whatnot.
so
You
an
craft.
example would be I am on the mining page and I have lead and
Yep,
copper.
yep. So yeah, through that you'd want to. I think it's doing lead straight off the bat, and
So
then
let's
get
say
that first.
we're doing lead. We have
Yeah.
the
So
timer
yeah,
on top for 8 hours, and it shows you the countdown. Now, sometimes with this, web version, the timer will go into the negatives. That is a visual issue on the
oh yeah, yeah,
developer side that we've heard about, so just kind of ignore it if it freezes. It's still working.
yeah.
So, say I've gotten my ores, where would I go next?
I believe it is either armor smithing or weapon smithing you'd want to go to next.
Okay, so let's do weaponsmithing. Let's say that I want a lead mace. Now, as you can tell, it takes 31 seconds. I will get 8 experience. Its attack and melee level is level 1, and it is a melee class weapon. Now, I believe there are different classes in this game, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm crafting my lead mace. So when that is done, what would I do next?
I believe you go to inventory, you find it in your bag space, and then it should, once you tap on it, I think it allows you to equip it or gives you the option to.
All right, now we have our lead mace. Let's go ahead and equip it. So now it is equipped because I have 2 of them because I was making one for this video.
Nice, nice.
Now, say I have created a little bit of equipment, where would I go next?
Oh, like if you've crafted like your armor pieces, yeah?
So, say I've created a helmet, shoulders, gloves, a ring, and a mace. Is that enough for combat?
So yeah, that should if I mean, I'm just gonna go over in my head. So yeah, you got the headpiece, you need shoulders, chest, feet, legs, and then you said a ring, right?
Yes, I did equip a ring.
Yeah. Yeah, so you can find all that back in the inventory space to equip it, just like how you did with the weapon. And then when you want to check all your equipped stuff, you would go into equipment and
So,
inspect it
here
from there.
on the equipment page, as Fruity said, this shows your equipment. If you tap attributes, it shows you your combat style, your health, attack power, armor, critical chance, and critical damage. And as you can tell, I am finishing up making my gear because I have never actually finished my gear. All I do is mine. As you can ask anyone in the Solvendra Discord, what do I do all day?
You just mind.
Yeah, so I know nothing about getting into combat or anything. This is a learning experience for me.
No, that's fair, yeah.
Okay, I am finishing up my last piece of gear.
Nice.
So after that, after you've made your gear, would I assume that we would go over cooking or,
Yeah,
fishing?
so it's yeah, so next up you would wanna go to the fishing tab, go in there and, start fishing for the first fish. I think right now you don't necessarily need, like, any equipment to fish. I think you can just go and click on the first fish.
Yeah. I'm in Golden Hillside, so, the red belly minnow is not available for me,
Oh,
but I do have pike.
okay. Okay. Is it which area is the Golden Hillside? Is that first, second?
I think, I'm in Roglaria Lake. I actually left for the first time.
Oh, yeah, yeah, you changed. That's right. But yeah, so
I
I
forgot
mean,
I left
yeah,
Golden Hillside in my first video about Solvendra because I was showing people how to use the map.
true, true, that's true, yeah. Um, and that's something we'll visit in a little bit in the video as well again. But yeah, so if you wanna, like, basically cook the first fish, ideally, 'cause I that will be the only one available through the level at the time,
So,
and then I'd say
say I have cooked pike. I'm cooking 4 pike right now.
right.
But you say at minimum how many fish should we have in our
Uh,
inventory?
really, minimum you'd want 50, but, my yeah, I think most people probably go 50, but I'd say 50 to 100, but, like, if you're not feeling that's not enough, you can just go, like, above 100, probably say, like, 150, 200. But I'd say 100 is a very good, like, middle ground to get you doing enough combat and, like, just killing enough mobs and, like, lasting it for a little while whilst the idle time runs, basically.
Yeah. So now that I have gotten my full set of equipment, I have some cooked fish. That would mean that I would try combat, right?
Yeah, you wanna go to once you've cooked the fish, you wanna go to your inventory and equip it as well, because
Oh
otherwise
yeah.
it doesn't self-equip, you need to go and equip it manually.
Okay, it's equipped.
Yeah, and then
Um,
I think the thing you need to go to is I think it's called open combat, isn't it?
combat in your area?
Yeah, oh yeah, so combat in your area, and then I think it's called open combat, and
So
then it transfers you to current combat.
yeah, open combat shows you the different enemies in the area, and when you click on it, it
Yeah.
should take you into the active combat screen.
Yeah, yeah, the current yeah, that's right. And then when you're in that, you wanna the first thing you want to do is click on the healing, button and
Yeah,
then
I just
set
clicked
your
it and scrolled it to the max.
yeah. So, yeah, you can either scroll it to the max. I'd preferably say to put it about the halfway line to begin with. I'd say, like, as you, like, get more and more health, I'd potentially put it lower or higher, but off the bat, it's probably sensible to go middle or just slightly above the middle.
Okay, so I got
Because
around
if you
64 currently.
yeah, that should be yeah, yeah, that should be fine. What's your max health?
128.
Okay, yeah, 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 that's fine.
And
One thing to
my
definitely
health is
avoid it.
gone. My 4 fish did me well for 1 fight.
There you go. That's why you need a bit more. 'Cause it ends very quickly like that otherwise, especially to begin with. But yeah, what you don't wanna do is in the healing tab is put it at 0 because that basically means it's just not gonna be fully functional. So, yeah, it's best to put it at the safe point of mid or above,
Okay.
especially to begin with. I
Do
think it covers it for the combat well, for the basics anyway.
do we have anything else on your starter guide that I need to go over?
Yep, the next thing I've put up is pets.
Alright. I
That's
do not have any pets
interesting.
currently, but what I know is that you can tame or claim.
Yep. I like the little ring to tame and claim.
Yeah, I like it.
Yes, yeah, so basically, how pets are, you acquire them from skilling. They're a very, very low drop rate, but if you are able to obtain one, then it's very beneficial, basically, and that will show more as the game has more updates and whatnot. But yeah, one very, very important thing to always remember, and it's got that nice ring to it as well, is tame before you claim. So it'll basically be its own catchphrase.
Yeah.
The reason you want to tame before you claim is because you can only tame a pet once, and that will give you I believe, an experience bonus percentage to that skill you got the pet from.
Yeah, so I have Frank here up on screen. Eater shrimp, embodiment of
Okay,
anger. You may not see him, but he sees you, and his name is Frank. So I have
nice,
tamed
nice.
him recently, and he gives fishing experience 5%.
Perfect. Yeah, and that, to be honest, that's a good percentage, and that will like obviously show more clearly a better outcome as you progress later into the game.
Oh, yeah.
Um, Well, so basically, since you can, oh yeah, so I don't know if I mentioned this already, but I'll quickly mention it again. So you basically can only tame once, and then once you've done that, you want to go ahead and claim the next pet of the same you got. So let's say you got Frank the second time, you just go straight into claiming him. And what that's going to do, the first claim you do, it will give you a little bit of idle time. I think it's somewhere ranges between 3 to 12 seconds, or it
Yeah.
could be a little less or more.
Yeah,
But
I claimed the little, creature from, mining recently. I had 3 of them.
oh, nice.
Now
Pebbles, I think they're called, aren't they?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I have the taming
No.
bonus plus 2 extra bonuses from the claim for like 30 seconds.
Yeah, nice, nice. Yeah, so basically, the first claim is the only one that's going to add the idle time, and that'll give you the bronze cover in the Relicarium, I believe it's called. And every claim after that, it will basically be more or less a bragging right. You'll go to silver on the second, gold on the third, and then the number just goes up and up, and it stays in gold. I do believe in an update down the line, there might be like unique border for the person that has the most claims of said pet, trophy or whatnot.
Yeah, I
But
believe
yeah,
XR did mention that he was planning to make a leaderboard for pets.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty awesome to be fair. So yeah, it sounds good if that does end up happening. I think that mostly covers it for the pet kind of situation.
Okay.
It's fairly straightforward once you get to grips with it. Um, a very or another important thing in this guide is moving on to cards. Do you
Okay.
just wanna I'll let you get over to that.
Where are we going?
Uh, Cards should be in the bestiary, I believe.
Okay, yeah, yeah, we
Yeah.
have uh, the bestiary shows like wild boar, bandit, ambusher. I believe these are the mobs you can fight based on region.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I think it's currently ordered per region. Like they're all shown in one whole list at the moment, but it starts from very first mob and then it goes through the areas gradually. Um, Very important thing with cards is always claim your first card
And I have not
because
found a card yet through mining, so
yeah. Oh, good point. You can only obtain cards through combat, so that kind of links to the other tip as well.
that's
Or
why I
the
don't
area.
have any because all I do is
Yep.
mine lead.
Yep. So yeah, you're missing out on the card feature currently. Um, so cards are also a rare drop, like pets. I don't know. I think depending on the pet and depending on the mob you fight, I think one is more rare than the other. So it kind of varies and changes depending.
Yeah. It
Um,
also shows,
a
like,
good
when you click on the mob, it shows the card, it shows the drop rate for that mob.
Yeah, I believe it shows like it's like stats as well, doesn't it? Like health,
Yeah,
damage,
it
XP.
has, for Shadow Blade,
Which
it's
is
like
pretty
attack
nice.
40, EXP 28.
Yeah, which is quite a good quality of life to be honest to see all that. It's really nice.
I
And like a
I
whole
do
card
like this.
collection. Yeah. A very important thing when you claim your first card as well, um, is the 10% increased damage against the mob who dropped the card.
Oh, wow, that's
And
actually a good bonus.
yeah, and that will be huge, like especially against the mobs as you get later on, because the more HP, the more damage you can deal as well, and then like going to the point of like one shot in the mob. So pretty nice bonus, yeah.
Alright.
Um, there- oh, sorry.
What else do we have on the guide?
One, actually, yeah, I'll move on. I was going to mention one other thing on the card, but that can always be explained another time anyway. Right. The next thing is character. This will be super quick and super simple.
So, character.
I'll wait. Yep, you on the tab area, yeah.
Uh,
I think you just click on the character icon, it should take you there, I
yeah,
think.
I'm sliding my recording bar. Character select.
Yeah, so
I have
there
nothing
you
here.
go.
Oh, there I am.
So with character, super simple, super straightforward. Currently, there is only one character available. Down the line, you can have a maximum of three, and there will be requirements to unlock the second and third character. And you can have all three running simultaneously. And
Now,
that's
I
literally it.
assume so far we don't know if these characters can do trading between each other yet because we don't have trades out yet.
Yeah, so there'll be a lot of info to come down the line, and that's why it's just basically super straightforward in the guide right now. Not
All
much to
right.
know about it just yet.
What else do we got?
Another very quick one is dungeon keys. I don't know if you have any of those because you don't
No.
do combat, but you can buy them. You can buy them if you go to dungeon. There is a tab called dungeons, right,
Yeah, so
in
if
the
you go to a
combat.
dungeon and you look at this dungeon right here, Emberheart Sanctuary, cost for
Yeah,
one
any of them.
is Jar of Lamprids, and you would buy them by doing the buy key option. I can buy like
Yeah,
7,000 if I wanted.
that's pretty good. Yeah, so there is currently, I believe, two ways to obtain the key. You do it from buying it from the dungeon, or you do it from combat, but the drop rate is very low. And it gets lower per area. Uh, and yeah, that's basically it. But any dungeon you can buy a key from, and the dungeon key is different depending on the area you're located. That's it for that.
Alright, it's not letting me buy keys right now, so I think I need to let XR know about that.
Yeah, that might be a slight bug potentially. Yeah.
I've tried like twice in a
Uh,
row to buy keys and they just won't go to my inventory. What else do we got?
Location. So talking about what you were saying earlier about your previous video, talking about the map.
Mhm,
Uh, this one's super simple. Basically, when you're in the kind of like main, I think it's when you're in your inventory in certain other a few areas. At the top right, you'll see your character icon. Right next to that, you'll see a small square icon of a map.
mhm.
And basically, upon clicking on that, you'll see six zones pop up on your screen. Um, and if you click on each zone individually, it will allow you to travel and it will give you an idea of the kind of mobs, the kind of skill, materials, and so on in that area.
Alright,
And
and I
that's
did
basically
show that
it.
off.
Yeah.
So what else do we have on our beginner's guide?
Yep. We're almost towards the end. We've got two things left. So trophies is next. Um, I'll let you jump over there.
If I can
Oh,
find
so yeah.
trophies, I don't know what I'm supposed to
Yeah.
click.
So Relicarium or inventory, but I'd probably say Relicarium first.
Okay, so Relicarium is the trophies, okay.
Yeah, yeah, that's like the main hub of it, yeah.
Okay.
So we go on, sorry.
For harvesting, the only thing I have is rosemary.
Nice.
for
Not
3 for
bad.
30 seconds.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
I believe this is the area you go to check your boosts from your trophies.
Oh, that shows the addition with the pets as well, yeah?
Yeah, because I was like, the pets are at the very bottom of this.
Oh, yeah, because that shows the idle time for them as well in the separate subsection thing. Yeah, that's right.
Uh,
Um,
my Galena cube is 34 of them times 30 seconds.
yeah, that's impressive. So yeah, with trophies, it's similar to the pets, except you can't tame a trophy. So you basically just you'll get the option to claim it and like yeah, just claim your first trophy. And then after the first claim, it's bragging rights again, like the pets. Um, but yeah, it's only the first trophy that grants you idle time. No claim after that will give you
Boosted.
idle time.
Now,
Yeah.
later on, it might boost it even more. It just depends on what XR and Treble have planned.
Yeah, so there is the possibility of that becoming a thing down the line, yeah, but as of right now, it's just the first claim. But that could change, you're right, yes. So that's that trophy is very straightforward. You can claim your trophies in the inventory section like pets, by the way. I didn't say that part.
That would be helpful
Um,
information so I don't forget.
yeah, yeah.
Y'all gonna see me
Um,
in the
but
Discord in about a week going, "How do I, claim trophies?"
yeah. Um, the final thing, I might do like a mini additional thing after this last one.
Yeah.
Um, the last thing I've put in this guide is literally just labeled tutorial. So this will be pretty quick. Um, as you can see as you go through Maven, you'll see a trying to remember off the top of my head, like a game guide subsection, I believe.
There is a game guide subsection at the beginning page of Solvendra when you first log in.
Oh, yeah, that's very handy to
Yeah.
mention that
So,
actually. Yeah,
if you go
nice.
to the game guide, it'll pull up on the main page when you first log in, or you can slide to the bottom of the left bar, and you can click stuff for the FAQ and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, that's yeah, very good mention that. So basically, the game guide is currently unfinished, but it will be finished over time as the game like has more updates. But pretty much right now, an in-game actual tutorial does not exist yet, and neither do quests, but they both will get introduced, especially come release. Like they'll be ready way before then. Um, so yeah, I've mentioned the in-game guide. Oh, one thing I've also mentioned in this guide as well, anyone in the Discord, if they've got any curious questions, ask around the Discord because someone will likely have an answer for something. Like people's knowledge has definitely been growing a lot these past so many months during the alpha.
Now, I will say with games like these, especially like alpha starter idle games, I would highly recommend for players to join the Discord, not only for,
Oh yeah,
possible giveaways in the future, but because the community is very helpful and the devs are very
yeah,
proactive in making the community better for the players.
yeah. I completely agree with what you just said. Yeah. 100%. A very interesting little thing to mention as well in this guide that I've posted. I have put a message underneath the post, and it's basically TLDR, too long didn't read, and it pretty much shows you all the things we've just discussed in brief,
In
and it's
brief
super
detail.
simple and clear. Yes, so if you don't want to read all the things I put in the post, just scroll to the bottom and you'll see like little mini sentences basically of the simple way of how to do it.
All right. Well, is there anything else that you would like to talk about for beginners to know?
Yep. So as you just mentioned about it being useful to join the Discord and all that, one little light thing I thought I might mention is basically a referral system will be introduced come the release. And I'm not 100% sure what the referral rewards will be, but I can assure it will definitely be worth it.
I've got like 30 people playing this game so far. I can't wait.
Yeah, I've got quite a few as well, so it's definitely gonna be interesting. Like, there won't be anything like game breaking or anything, obviously, but it'll be like nice little additions, I'm sure.
All right.
That'll be something.
All right. Do we have anything else to talk about, or is that everything?
I think we covered pretty good ground for that, to be honest.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining today's video about the Solvendra Starter Guide. If you have any questions, please feel free to join the Solvendra Discord at any time. Any of our moderators or helpful members of the community will help you out and guide you in the right direction where you need it. Fruupi, do you want to say goodbye?
Yeah, I was gonna say thanks for having me, Maven. It's quite nice to do this actually, and hope you all enjoy the video.
All right, everyone. I hope you have a great day. Bye bye.